experiences or things they associate with their reading. Expository text or informational text describes information about the world around you, both natural and social. So it just digs deeper than your normal narrative text would. Actually, I forgot to get my, hold on, sorry. This is free. Sorry about that. And to accomplish its goal, expository text uses a series of structures and features. So children are much more familiar with narrative text rather than expository text, and this is just for the obvious reason that they're not exposed to a lot of informational texts as children when they're younger, like before entering schooling. So narrative text would just be like stories and things that they're told like before bedtime or just, you know, in everyday life. Whereas informational texts are more like things that we encounter every day as college students and things that they just get exposed to as they go throughout their schooling and education. So narrative and expository texts differ in 4 major areas, one being text structure, the other is vocabulary use, and then require prior knowledge and conceptual density. And expository text can do 2 things. It can be written in ways that are creative and enjoyable for readers. Like it doesn't always have to be boring, dry information. Like it can definitely authors can make it in a way that is enjoyable for readers. And it can fall into one of 5 categories or structures, and that's what we're going to address today. So just some things as I was researching that I found to be interesting that I thought to share. Many children come to school with almost no experience reading expository texts. So like I mentioned in the prior slide, excuse me, children really aren't presented with much informational or expository text in their early stage of life. And students have very little exposure to expository text reading in the primary grades. Expository text is a principal way students build the background knowledge necessary to understand content information in 4th grade and beyond. So a lot of research that I found showed that 4th grade and beyond was like when students really started to dig into the expository text and be presented with things like that. So more research that I found was that English language learners challenges related to expository text are related to background knowledge because a lot of the students, like their vocabulary isn't as broad as English language learners or English speaking children, would have that background knowledge that the English learners would not. And the texts are a challenge for young children for 2 main reasons. One is that they contain information that is less directly related to the personal experiences. So like those are things such as like they wouldn't necessarily like have things they can connect to. And another one is that they're also more likely to contain unfamiliar vocabulary. So there are 5 main types of expository text structures. The first one is description, and this is just explains the topic by providing details. It's about its characteristics and qualities. And this is when the author presents things in the text by illustrating it by examples. The next one is sequence, and that's sometimes obvious and other times the order just may be implied. Words that are prevalent in sequential texts are things such as first, primary, second, third, then, next, now, previously, finally, and since. And comparison is just kind of pretty straightforward. This is just comparing and contrasting information. Cause and effect and problem and solution are things that we're all familiar with at this point in our educational career. But so just the result to one or more specific causes, and then problem and solution describes how a problem or multiple problems were solved. So those are the 5 text structures in expository text. And then there are text features, and the 3 are print features, organizational aids, and graphic aids. So print features is, they're just facets of expository or informational text that help to guide readers and broaden their knowledge. So these are things that we're all comfortable with at this stage in our career now, but things such as table of contents, menu, index, glossary, and these last 4. And I think a good way that our textbook described structure is like, so the structure versus features. So with structure, it's like a floor plan of a house, which I really like that picture. Like, I'm a very visual person, so I like that picture just helped me understand it. So it's like the floor plan of a house, and it says that features are the fixtures and furnishings within the house. So like, along with knowing where the bathroom is, it's helpful that you would also know where the shower is and how to use it. So structure versus features. So structure is like the floor plan, whereas features goes a little bit deeper. It's more detailed into how to go throughout the text. So the next feature is organizational aid, which is just helps readers locate important information quickly. And just here are some examples of those that we've all seen. So bullets, titles, headings and subheadings, captions, sidebar, and marginal notes. And the last one is graphic aids. And these are just, they present info in a visual way that is easy to understand and comprehend. And here are just some examples of those. Okay, so now it's Kahoot time. Get out your computers. So if you go to Kahoot. What's that?
Right to drag it from your screen.
Drag it. Oh, there it goes. Click on it. Oh wait, that's great. Now I just need to figure out how to get it smaller. Sorry, everyone. Okay. I can see it there, and so can you, but no, I can't.
If it's just our screen, just read them out loud.
What's that?
If it's just on the screen, just like read them out loud when you go through the
That's a
quizzes.
good idea, thank you. I just can't find it on my own screen now, I can't locate it. Okay, it looks like I'm just bouncing, but I'm actually just trying to locate it on my own screen.
What in the world?
Okay, sorry, can someone come up and help me know how to do this so that we can. Chandler?
He really did. That's fine.
It's not even on the screen. Chandler.
How did you do that?
I did the full screen. Okay, sure, yeah. Yeah, just leave everything on this map over there.
Awesome, thanks. Okay, game pen. First question is, what is the name of text that describes information about the world? Good work, people. Which form of text are children most familiar with?
I'm trying to get you a win.
Good, narrative. That's great. Okay, Dr. Bose, you're up there.
Dramatics is up there too.
True or false? English language learners challenges related to expository text or related to background knowledge. Nice, you guys are quick. Great. Okay, a few more. How many expository text structures are there? Nice, Speedy. Good. Wow, stop. Keep going, Dr. Miller. You're doing great. Okay, last question. Name one expository text feature. This is feature, not structure. Tricky on that last one. Okay. Oh, okay, now I get it.
How many people were there?
I did it for you,
Dr.
Dr. Bose.
Bose.
You're welcome. Don't tell
I was trying to get back to my
Then I got you lost.
original thing here. Can't really drive Sweet. Great. Okay. Got it? Mm-hmm, thank you. Okay, so just a recap of what we accomplished today. So we accomplished all of our objectives today by discussing the meaning of expository text, the 5 categories of expository text structures, and the 3 expository text features. Thank you all.